Yesterday, the Wall Street Journal, interestingly enough, owned by Rupert Murdoch, who also owns Fox News, released a report on an alleged letter that Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein on Epstein's 50th birthday. Now, Donald Trump wants us to believe that he barely knew Jeffrey Epstein, that they weren't friends, that they had a disagreement and they weren't friends anymore. But this letter, if it was to be true, was very cringy, very cryptic, and very creepy, and would suggest that Donald Trump and Epstein were closer friends. Now, apparently, Donald Trump reached out to the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch before it was released, basically threatening them, do not release this or there's going to be trouble. What's interesting is Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch said, fuck that, we're releasing it. So they got to be pretty confident in the evidence they have and the source they're using. Well, after it came out, Donald Trump did the normal things. It's a hoax. It's fake news. Oh, I'm going to sue you. This is something we've heard over and over and over again. Well, today, not Donald Trump, the DOJ sued the Wall Street Journal for libel with malicious intent to the tune of $10 billion. I feel like I should say it like this. $10 billion. Of course he sued for $10 billion. Now, here's what you have to understand about libel suits when famous people bring these lawsuits. They very rarely win because there's a very high bar for famous people, and Donald Trump, for whatever reason, is fucking famous. So he's going to have to prove that it hurt him in some way, to some extent, and he's going to have a tough time doing that. But you have to understand why he filed this suit. It's basically to show he's strong and that he's pushing back against these people that are putting out this fake information. Now, when he would normally do this, it would be to get his base on his side and be outraged just as he is. But this is a different deal because they won't be outraged. They want to see the shit too, so they may not side with Donald Trump. So this libel suit is going to pose all kinds of problems for Donald Trump. They're going to have to bring discovery into this, and Donald Trump's going to have to present some things, and Wall Street Journal is going to have to present things. And here's the thing. The Wall Street Journal doesn't even have to be right. All they have to say and prove is that they believe that this was true, and here's the documentation. There you go. If they can't prove it was malicious and maybe just a minor mistake, Donald Trump loses. Motherfucker loses. That's the way it goes. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is going to have to bring some things to the table, too, that he's probably not going to like. The bottom line is he's trying to slow down this information and this talk of Jeffrey Epstein. What he should have done is said, yeah, fuck you, that's fake, and then moved on. But what he did is he added legs to the story by suing them and continuing to talk about it. So, of course, Donald Trump is doing the exact wrong thing when it comes to trying to get through this little crisis. As I've told you many times before, just wait, Donald Trump will fuck it up every time. This lawsuit may come to pass in a few months, maybe 6 months, or maybe he'll drop it, which is probably what he would do. Now, people will say, well, maybe Fox will bend like ABC and CBS. Probably not. Why would they? Why would they even do this at all as opposed to bending? And even if they do, it's going to be so far down the road that Donald Trump's still going to get pounded by this story. So it doesn't accomplish anything for him. But it is kind of fun to watch this fucker spin.